Just a quick one, guys, before we get into today's video. We do have a lot of Rangers t-shirts available on our website. Do browse the collection by going to either rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so in today's video, guys, we're going to be going through a few different talking points. We're going to provide you with a Nico Raskin injury update. We're going to go through what Michael Beale has said with regards to transfers, talk about Antonio Kolak, and then, of course, provide you the information that you clicked on, why Rangers have been handed a big blow ahead of the Champions League. Look, Rangers continued their fine winning form as they beat Hibernian 3-1 at the weekend to follow up that impressive 3-0 victory over Celtic last weekend. And as I said, on the road at Easter Road, were comfortable winners in that game. A lot of players are starting to seriously impress me, but hopefully we can just win the next two games, keep that feel-good factor going into the summer, into the Champions League qualifiers, and then, of course, really making a title charge going into next season. Now, a big talking point from the game, of course, was Nico Raskin. He obviously went off injured, and basically there is an update with regards to him. A lot of fans were concerned that what he got picked up was going to be serious and maybe would see him not be a part of the team going forward. However, he has eased fans' concerns on social media and basically put up a post saying he is fine and, as I said, should be available for selection on Wednesday, which is fantastic news because the current trend, especially this season, is our key and best players picking up injuries. Now, keeping on to the injury front, if you like, the Champions League is obviously going to be coming up very, very quickly. Of course, Rangers will have to navigate two-legged ties to get a place in the group stage, of course, for finishing second in the Scottish Premiership. This is going to come around very, very quickly. Of course, the end of the season is next weekend. It's almost like there's a month off, which will be a lot of news with regards to transfer business. And then it's pre-season, then it's into the friendlies, then it's the Champions League qualifiers. So, yeah, it's going to be coming around very, very quickly. And Rangers have been handed a bit of a blow ahead of those Champions League qualifiers, as it's been confirmed that Connor Goldson will be out for 10 weeks. Yes, 10 weeks is a long time for Connor Goldson. He's going to be missing key parts in terms of pre-season and getting ready to go again. And then, of course, we'll be missing the Champions League qualifiers. Now, that is a huge blow because if you send Rangers for much of the season without Connor Goldson, we have been really, really, really poor and have relied on him heavily. So it's very, very important that Rangers go into this transfer market and make sure we don't make the mistake we did last year and get strength and depth in those centre-back positions. Yesterday and since John Souttar's been involved with the Rangers team over the last couple of weeks, I've been very, very impressed with him. I've been very, very, very impressed with John Souttar, and he looks really, really good, and hopefully he can play a key part next season. But the thing with John Souttar is he does have a track record of injuries. So yeah, John Souttar's fine. Ben Davies, his future is in doubt at the moment. And then, of course, I don't think Leon King is yet ready to be playing week in and week out. So Rangers are going to need some centre-back reinforcements, especially for that Champions League spot. I want to see at least two more centre-backs coming in and fighting for the jersey. Two that are good enough to be in that starting 11, because we could not make and we cannot afford to make a mistake going into these Champions League qualifiers, because they are so important in keeping up with Celtic and their finances. They've also got the golden handshake. They're going straight into the Champions League. We again need to follow what we did last season and get into those group stages and make that money, as it's very, very important. We can't have Celtic taking too much of a step ahead of us financially. So yeah, that is a big blow for Rangers. Connor Goldson is out for 10 weeks. Obviously, as I just touched upon, the Champions League is coming up very, very soon, the qualifiers, and the state of play on just who we could play will be revealed very, very soon. I'm going to do a video next week when all of Europeans leagues are concluded, and I can probably tell you the teams that Rangers will likely play in the third qualifying round and the teams that they'll likely play in the playoff round. So yeah, next week we'll sort of get an idea on what's going to happen happen with those Champions League qualifiers and what Rangers' route will have to be if they want a place in the group stage. Now, we know this summer is going to be very, very important. We've been very vocal on that over the last couple of weeks. And what Michael Beale said yesterday with regards to some stuff is fairly exciting. I've got a few things that I want to go through what he said with regards to the summer transfer window. But first, with the exciting one on Wednesday, he said that Rangers could announce their first signing and maybe have him unveiled in front of the crowd, or announce it on Wednesday, certainly. And I do think that would probably either be Kieran Dow or Dujon Sterling, depending on the two. But that's quite encouraging that Michael Beale has said that Rangers will likely announce their first signing of the window. Now, another player that I wanted to discuss actually is with regards to Antonio Kolak. Now, Antonio Kolak, I've seen a lot of journalists come out and say that Antonio Kolak could be a player that could be moved on this summer because he doesn't really fit Beale's system. And as I said, maybe moved on because he's a sellable asset and he could demand a bit of a fee and put into Rangers transfer fee. However, Michael Beale has insisted Antonio Kolak still has a big future at Rangers, and as I said, he has urged the Croatian to dig deep to fight for his position. Obviously, going into the summer, I've been very, very vocal on our current state of play and our attacking options. We are completely toothless, and that is a major area of the team that's going to be needed to be revamped going into the summer. And Michael Beale basically spoke of Antonio Kolak and said he is in his plans, and said, for Antonio's first season at Rangers in terms of starts, his goal return is fantastic. The reality is since November, he has been on and off with injuries. When I came in, he was injured, but when he came back, he played a few games. He scored 2 goals against Hibs, and he was fantastic. He played up front with Fashion Sakala, and that night was good. We have played under me. Ryan Kemp played behind with Todd Cantwell, so I have no issue with Antonio's style. He has just not had the opportunity to get a run of games. Alfredo has been injured, so has Antonio, so we've had to play the striker who is fit rather than picking. Moving forward, there'll be competition coming into the squad, and Tony will fight out with those guys. His goal-scoring record gives me optimism. If he has a good pre-season, comes out of it, then I will get the Antonio Kolak we had in August and September. Does he have a future? Yes. He will have to take on the challenge like everybody else. I want to drive competition in the squad, and he won't shy away from it and backs himself. If someone doesn't want the competition, then they aren't at the right club moving forward. So yeah, Antonio Kolak, of course, is going to be a part of Beale's plans, which is great to see. He also added that Rangers are going to be looking to bring in multiple centre forwards, which is something I like to hear. He added, we will be looking for more than a centre forward. We are looking for centre forwards. When we play in Europe or big games, then every player must take part in every minute of the game. I like the forwards not to be one positions, but interchange and move around and have a lot of freedom. Whenever we have done well in Europe, every player takes part in all aspects of the game, and that is a big thing. We want energy, we want speed, we want personality. If you want to be a number 9 here, you need to have that. At both ends of the pitch, we probably need a bit of experience in this moment. This isn't the moment to go with rookies at both ends of the park. In between, and that we love the mix at both ends, then we need some experience. So yeah, that's fairly encouraging from Michael Beale with regards to that attacking area. Antonio Kolak is still going to maybe play a part. Beale was correct. He has struggled with injury since November. He had an unbelievable goal scoring record, and maybe Michael Beale's just saying that he needs to work harder in those positions. But his goal to game ratio was fantastic, and as I said, has struggled with little injuries here and there. But yeah, good to see that Rangers are looking to try and get some strikers in through the door, because we do need it. We've heavily relied on Alfredo Morelos over the last few seasons, and the fact that he's going to be leaving the football club, we need more depth in those positions. But Rangers fans, what do you make of the Champions League qualifiers and all the rest of it? Do you think Connor Goldson's injury is going to cause us a bit of a problem? Do you think we'll get to the Champions League group stages? Please do let me know your thoughts on that one down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we have Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.